Good evening, everyone. Forgive me, I'm a little bit emotional. Solomon, thanks for coming. Thank you, Rabbi Halberstam and Rabbi Perlstein, honored Rabbanim and guests, friends and family. It is with much gratitude that I accept the Distinguished Alumnus Award tonight. Tonight I am faced with a heavenly task, to say everything that I'd like to in just 7 minutes. Almost exactly 12 years ago tonight, the graduating class of the Mesivta sat with their mashpia, their teacher and spiritual mentor, for the last class Farbringen gathering. It was deep into the night as the boys huddled around Rabbi Cohen, drinking in his parting words to them. After a niggin, a Hasidic lively tune, Rabbi Cohen began to speak. In the midst of his talk, he said the following: Ob du hast a Kopf, geb es zum Rebbe. Literally, if you have a head, give it to the Rebbe. Meaning, if you have intellectual capabilities, dedicate them the way the Rebbe would want you to. Ob du hast a Hart, geb es zum Rebbe. If you have a heart, emotional capabilities, dedicate them the way the Rebbe would. These words, spoken with true sincerity, entered my young mind and heart and urged me to dedicate my life to the Rebbe's shlichus. My mission of shlichus today is in the field of education. I am blessed with the merit of walking into the classroom each and every day to ignite the young hearts and minds of tomorrow's generation. This year, I was additionally blessed with directing the Menachem Education Foundation Teacher Training Program to service, support, and educate new teachers in Chabad schools in the New York area. In the forefront of my mind, I ask myself when I reflect, how am I doing with motivating my students, both adult and child alike? Have I been successful in giving them the tools needed to succeed? And perhaps more importantly, am I leading them to a path of honesty, good morals, faith in Hashem, and love for their fellow man? Have I shown them the beauty of Torah enough that they in turn will want to give their minds and hearts to the benefit of others? The truth is that each and every teacher that I had in the Mesivta left an indelible mark on me. Starting from my first year in Shir Aleph, Rabbi Levi Weisfish designated time to answer my questions and encouraged me in the learning of the Torah. The time he invested in me has left me with skills that I still use today. Rabbi Silber in Shir Beis and Gimel taught me how Gemara is not just a mass of information, but that I need to look at the bigger picture, to analyze something with its length, its depth, and its breadth. His Tanya Shiurim helped spark my love for Chassidus to the point that my first teaching job was in a high school, and yes, it was teaching Tanya. I just couldn't get enough of it. To speak of Rabbi Cohen, I already have to ask his forgiveness. His humble nature and spirit is such that I know he doesn't like to be in the spotlight. Rabbi Cohen cultivated my young mind in the learning of Chassidus. It was with his guidance and countless hours, both during yeshiva and after, that set me on the path that I am on today. A student of Chassidus once said, "In other yeshivas, I learned to love learning. But in Chabad yeshivas, I learned to love people." And I say yes, the learning I did with Rabbi Cohen did not just stay within me for my benefit and pleasure. I learned that I only have what I am willing to give. And the measure I give is the measure I get back. Rabbi Pearlstein's vision and fortitude has brought the Mesivta to where it is today. He knows that the success of the institution lies within its greatest asset, the staff. As a young teenager, I knew clearly how much faith and admiration he had for our teachers. Today, both as an employee and supervisor, I see how integral that is for the success of an institution. At Farbrengens, Rabbi Pearlstein would always demand nothing less than our best in our personal learning as well as reaching out to others. We had to give it all we had and more. A big yasher koyach to Rabbi Halberstam for manning the ship and making sure things run smoothly. Today, as a director of an educational institution, I have now begun to appreciate and admire any administrator that I've gone through. My gosh, what a job. To him and all administrators, I wish you to have many ordinary days. I wish to thank my wife and children for supporting me and being such a tremendous source of nachas for me. My wife has held the fort during the late nights that I was up studying for my degree, as well as when I would travel to give workshops. Shayna, I could have never done it without you. Since my youth, education has been in the fiber of my being. My mother, as the preschool director at Cheder, as well as my father, have been my shining light in giving me good morals, such as consideration for others, to be giving as well as grateful, to love and to forgive, and to have the courage to take action. I am blessed to have my grandparents, Chazan and Mrs. Silber, here tonight celebrating with me. Rabbi and Zelly, you truly are my second set of parents. The Shabbosim and Yom Tovim we've spent together are truly gifts from Hashem. May we continue to spend many more happy and healthy years together. I bench you with much gesund and nachas from all of us. Thank you, Hashem, for bringing me to this day. May Hashem bless you all, and thank you for being here tonight and celebrating this A1 Mesivta. Thank you.
King Solomon, the wisest man of all, built the Beis HaMikdash, the Holy Temple in Yerushalayim. He built a beautiful edifice. However, when he made the windows, it seems that he did something very strange. He placed the narrow part of the window facing inward and the wide part facing out. It would seem that the wisest of men should know something that any contractor would know, that this is unacceptable. However, King Solomon was indeed very wise. The paradoxical shape of the windows communicated the message that the Beis HaMikdash required no light from the world